So
Oh,
Wilhelmina has a moment of
great
humanity
moment
where she
here.
tips the nurse and
And
says,
the
"I
nurse is like,
insist."
oh yeah, I like
Thank
this.
you.
And she bails. She's
Yeah.
like, thanks for the 20.
Yoink.
He is having an affair with Betty.
Betty. Slovenly smucker jam coated Betty.
Fletcher
Young?
is a crisis hound. She's
Absolutely.
always there and she always
She
digs in further.
thrives. Thrives.
This is her bread and butter. This is her toast and preserves. This is where she this is where she lives, baby.
Doctor here? Well, I'm a doctor. What? Is there a doctor here? Well, I'm a doctor. What's wrong? Doctor, my son is terribly sick. Come quick.
Tonight on Murder She Wrote.
Ooh.
That's it.
Oh, hey, this is Victor Devon.
This is Petrified.
And
And
this
this
is
is
Tonight
tonight on
on
Murder
Murder
She
She
Wrote.
Wrote. This is Keep the Home Fries Burning, which
Mm,
is an awkward pun on Keep the Home Fires Burning,
a
but
little bit.
okay.
Yeah.
It's a little
And it
tortured.
also a little it also makes me hungry. I could really go for some crispy potatoes right now. Yum, yum, yum. Uh, what a great episode. This is so much fun.
This is a really great
Yeah.
episode. A lot of characters that are interesting, a lot of going back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I often confuse it with when I see the title, I sometimes think that this is Tainted Lady, the one with Dee Wallace, where she's
Oh,
accused of poisoning,
yeah, of
because it's
course.
another one that's sort of diner centric. But
Mm-hmm.
you know, this is where we learn that Cabot Cove has embraced Joshua Peabody, not just
Yeah. He's
buried,
he's like the Mickey Mouse
possibly.
of Cabot Cove, honestly.
There's this tourist trap restaurant that is basically full of bunting and Americana,
Mm-hmm.
and is taking all the business from Dixon's Diner, I should say.
Dixon, yeah.
And Dixon's
Singular.
mad about it.
He's
Dixon's
really
mad
mad.
about it.
That's how we start off looking at his poor, empty establishment. Uh, Between
He
you
is
and
not a
me,
friendly guy, though.
no, he's
He's
not. Why would we want to support his diner when he's such a grouch?
not remotely, not
Yeah.
remotely.
By the
But
way, did you notice that
yeah,
total detour here, but Anne
please.
Francis, lovely Anne Francis is in this episode. Do you
Yes, she
notice that
is.
she is billed here as Anne Lloyd Francis?
Yes.
Is she billed that way in the
Yes.
first episode as well, or is this unique here?
I think it's on and off. She was also it may have been a what do you call it? A not a married name, but a maiden name. That's the word.
Oh,
I'd have to
sure.
look and see if it's her maiden name. It's possible that she was rebranding because there was some issue with somebody else named Anne Francis. I don't know.
Right.
But
Interesting,
we
huh?
saw Jane Meadows in the last episode targeted as Jane Meadows Allen because she was married to
Oh,
Steve Allen. And I've never known her as
interesting.
Jane Meadows Allen, but
No,
sure,
of
why
course
not?
not. Yeah. Nonsense. Poppycock.
Nonsense.
Balderdash. Um, we Amos is back as sheriff again because he didn't actually retire apparently.
Yeah, they just swipe right by that, don't they?
How can we just ignore this?
I don't
What
know.
is the continuity here? Because
If
generally
frankly, if I
these
were Tom
things are
Bosley
better.
and I got a script that said I was retiring, even if it ends with me not retiring,
Yeah.
technically he doesn't resume his duties that episode. He could have just left.
Yeah.
So this is a little odd. It is a little odd, but we just move along.
Just
We
let it
stick with him
happen.
for another, I
Hmm.
don't know, season or so. I
Totally.
think another half of this and a half the other.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, but he loves Joshua Peabody's Inn, which is right off the interstate and
Yeah. I was gonna say
is
this
the
is a Route
center.
66 nonsense.
This is a center of activity for the first third, almost. No, not
Yeah.
even. Actually,
It's
less
pretty
than that.
swift. It's like 12 minutes or something.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it feels like it's like almost all of it takes place here, but it doesn't.
Well, we get so many characters introduced so quickly, and admittedly, following them is not easy. But
And some of them are completely inconsequential.
yeah, totally. Like these two blokes. We
This is
have
very much like Murder on the Bus.
that's it. That's it. Nail on the head. We have a guy named Ebenezer because people were named Ebenezer at one point in time.
At one point, can you
Yep.
imagine looking at your little baby and saying, "Darling, let's name him Ebenezer,"
They must
and
have
then
hated
that
that
person not
baby.
asking for a divorce? I mean,
Yeah,
really?
right. We have an Ebenezer and Mercer, so these two guys. We had two women. We had Betty and Wilhelmina, or Willie as she's
Another,
called.
that's another name, Wilhelmina. That's
I
a
know.
mouthful.
That's actually quite beautiful, though. Not like Ebenezer.
Sure, but
Uh,
that's not a baby's name.
yeah, yeah, not at
And they
all.
do call her Willie, for short,
Which
evidently.
is very cute.
Throughout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, and we have Cornelia, the waitress, who is
Just
my
cute
pick
as a
for comic
button.
relief. She's just the best in this. So
She's
fun.
so cute. Donna
She's trying to earn a
Pescow.
paycheck. She's trying to make her coin.
And uh folks may recognize her from Saturday Night Fever. But
Yeah.
she is basically the glue that holds this place together because she left Dixon's Diner to come work here. The
Hmm.
manager is kind of distracted, and the chef hates his job and is basically doing whatever the hell he wants. And
Yeah.
they
He,
indicate that he like messes up the orders. There's no way he could actually do that because
well,
of how many people are here.
if this place is this packed, there's no way he's putting out an omelet covered in cinnamon and not getting
Right.
it
And
sent
he's
back. Like,
wandering around
come
with a glass of
on.
water.
I mean, kind of the ideal job, right? Like, put out whatever you want and
He's
drink during the
trying to get
day.
fired. He wants
Yeah.
to get fired so much because he has a contract, and we don't know the specifics of that
Yeah.
yet. But it certainly puts a question mark onto what his notability, his veracity as a
Yeah.
good human being might
For
be.
sure.
We also
Who's
have
the
we
the
have a nagging husband and wife cross
yes.
country folks that use the word ETA and goodness, the what?
It's
Estimated time of
what is
arrival.
this? I mean, maybe we're just more cosmopolitan these days, but wasn't that common
Maybe.
knowledge?
I would think. But now also they're kind of dicks too, so they're also being kind of,
Yeah.
rude about
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
Um, Willie and Betty are frenemies, it seems, because they are very close, they laugh and they gab, but they kind of like Willie picks at her, like
Oh yeah.
she
There's like
suggests
a
that she's
running. Yes, you're going for exactly what I'm. There's like this
yeah,
running gag that she like needs to lose weight or something,
yeah, which
and
is
she's a perfectly small petite woman as
it's
is. I don't
so
know what they're
fucked up.
talking about. Yeah.
Well, and it once we get to know more of these characters during the like it's even more fucked up. Like it's beyond fucked
Yeah.
up. And frankly, Betty is kind of fucked up in this. And it's like I
Kind
don't
of.
know. Oh, one of the things that brings these tables together also is that there are two jars, a jam jar and a preserves, like a marmalade and a jam and
Marmalade,
like a
orange
strawberry.
marmalade and strawberry preserves. Yeah. And
And
my God, do I want to slather both of them all over myself and just lick it
just
clean.
delicious
Oh
looking.
my gosh, they look so good.
But they're in these open containers with spoons that everyone is using. So they're like communal trays. And they probably
This
have like
is,
four or five of them, and this is just
yeah,
for the section.
this feels very old-fashioned to just send the same pot around to every table. I don't think this
Yeah.
really happens in corporatized restaurants anymore, that's for sure.
No. Well, and it
This would
can't
be a
now
big, big, big no-no.
for reasons that actually we'll get to
Yeah.
shortly in this episode.
We will find out.
It
Thank you, Anne
needs to be
Francis.
it needs to be communal for that purpose,
Yeah.
actually. I mean, uh Dixon has abandoned his diner and is suddenly here to order
He's
and
trying to
find out
scope it
what's so
out.
good.
Yeah.
He's so cranky. We get a couple of
He
good puns. The life, liberty, and prosciutto happiness.
The menu here sounds like a delight. I would go just to read the menu.
There's a Arnold burger. Why would you do? He's a traitor. Why would you?
We're more interested in the lore than the
Yeah.
enemies or allies here. Also, I love that like Betty and Willie are just cackling the whole time.
They're having a great time.
I want to hang out with them.
I think they're just on like a road trip. They're going somewhere together. Just and this is just the stop on the way.
Yeah.
Everyone is here sort of incidentally.
Yeah. Yeah.
And while there are other characters, there happens to be a family here of uh two I think a mother and father and a young son.
Yeah.
They're in the corner. We don't learn a lot about them.
Right.
But because there's this restaurant is full of people that we don't know and we
Yeah.
never will get to know because they need it to be busy.
Right. I it's actually fun if you when you've seen the episode and you know what
Mm.
happens, this first sequence of 10 or 12 minutes is really kind of exciting to watch, right? Because you're almost watching like a game replay.
Hmm.
Okay, these people sit here, these people sit here, they're over here. This person goes to the bathroom. Preserves are going here, 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 here. And just following it is like a sports game. It's very fun. And I can imagine this is why people watch sports.
It is.
Am I
It
wrong?
is. No, I mean I had to it's why I feel that folks who watch Drag Race and people who watch sports shouldn't throw stones at each other.
Honestly.
All right, so the
Cornelia, by the
checks are
way, is
coming. Yeah.
owning this place. She
Oh
is a
yeah.
professional.
And Dixon is so mad, but
I
clearly
know,
the reason he's mad is because she's the one who held Dixon's Diner together.
honestly. And she even says, I go where the tips are. That bitch
Can
better
you
work.
imagine what was minimum wage in
It's probably something
1986?
like a buck 15 or something.
My
And
God.
then they get tips. For a waiter, are you kidding? Minimal.
1985. Let's
Yeah, what's
see.
minimum wage for a waiter
Three
in 1985?
335 per hour. That
Oh,
maintained from 81 to 89.
oh.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean,
And then you think maybe you tip a dollar, maybe you tip two.
yeah. So how much are you coming home with in a day?
Frankly, not a lot. And that
No, if
we don't know their policies. Maybe they pool
yeah,
because there are other servers here again who we'll never talk to. But there are one, two, three, four other servers.
it's only like $30 a day before you get tipped out. Although that place is packing, so she better make some bank.
Seth says a weird thing here. I just want to point it out because it's so bizarre. Willie and Betty are checking out, and Jessica, Tupper, and Seth, who we didn't actually mention were there, are right behind them.
Yeah, we should say that. Yeah. Of course they're there when things go wrong. Of course.
Thank you. Now, will that be cash? Yes.
You do accept it, don't you?
What an old man,
Come on,
boomer,
Seth.
oldest generation thing to say.
Jesus Christ, man.
Like, I can kind of imagine my grandfather saying that. It's not a joke. It's not like a word play. It's just, you do accept it, don't you?
Is he being an
Uh-huh.
asshole there? Is he being a jerk?
I think so. I
I
think
think so
so.
too. It's okay. I kind
Oh,
of like curmudgeon Seth. And then
people are
very
getting sick.
swiftly, we're out in the parking lot, and a young boy has keeled over.
Yeah.
Uh,
There was this family in the corner who happened to, I
this
think, be the only
guy,
black people in the restaurant.
Mercer and
Uh,
Ebenezer, is keeling over. Yeah, I think they
Wilhelmine
were
is feeling
actually
faint, and Betty has passed out.
not good. Not
What's
good. Well, I
interesting
want
about this is that Willie is feeling sick, but so far only one person of each party has started to feel sick.
to, yeah, very peculiar. And look at her grab
Unfortunately,
that
Seth's the
bag.
doctor,
Yeah.
so he's quick to say, "Get everybody out."
I mean, this would be horrifying, wouldn't it? If you were
Oh,
at this
absolutely.
restaurant
Oh,
and then three
absolutely.
people just keeled over outside and one of them
Yeah,
died on the spot. What would you?
yeah.
No wonder those tourists came back later in the episode to be like, "Give me the antidote shot." I would have
I'm
been a
surprised they left.
nervous
I went,
wreck.
yeah.
Look how
Oh, well,
distressed
then
everybody
you
is.
you get everyone out of the restaurant to go into the parking lot to witness the people getting sick.
Yeah,
Like,
this is
damn.
horrifying. This is a nightmare.
But we only have so Betty has died. We
He's
are
dead.
12 minutes in, and Betty has not survived. The young
I
boy
liked
is
Betty,
sick, and Willie is not feeling well either.
and
But
Mercer
and Mercer is sick,
is sick as a dog.
a dog,
Meanwhile, Cornelia is looking cute as can be at the hospital.
has a butt.
She's so cute.
And who do we have
Oh,
walking in her power blazer? That would be Anne
and
Lloyd
Frances.
Francis,
She
who we
is
haven't seen
a
since
delight here.
episode 2 or
Yeah,
episode 1.5 of The Murder of Sherlock Holmes.
right. She is so funny in this. I don't even know how would you describe her. She's she's not likable, but I like her.
Well, she's confident and strident, and she knows her job. She's a
She says what she
no-nonsense
wants.
woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She also
And
insults people left
gays
and
love
right.
her.
That's
I
why.
mean,
That's it. That's it.
yeah,
That's the answer.
yeah,
Because she's
yeah,
a gay man. And Francis
yeah.
is a gay man in this
And
episode.
there's a comedian, Mateo Lane, who one of his
Hmm.
bits is like he tries to explain what a gay icon is, and someone says, "Why is Maleficent a gay icon?" It's like because she has a bird and is a cunt. Like I don't know what to tell you. She has horns and a cunt. Like that's just how it is.
That's very
And
accurate.
it's like, sometimes that's all it takes is horns and and being a cunt, and we're drawn to that. We should
Horns and a
probably
cunt.
unpack why we're drawn to that, but
Is it because I have horn and am a cunt?
I think it's because they behave in the world in a way that some gay men do not feel comfortable doing so.
Oh
And
yeah.
because it's overriding oppression, we
Hmm.
see in them something aspirational. I think that's what it is. Whether or
Hmm.
not that person is cruel or evil or dangerous, we can deconstruct that too. But here, she is a scientist. She's here to find out what made these people sick and one person die.
Yeah.
And
She's like a food safety
yeah,
not a lawyer, but some sort of official. She's coming in to
investigator.
investigate to
Yeah,
see, frankly, she's going to shut these people down if she finds some nonsense.
right.
Yeah. So
And so
she
she
is
has
for business.
Seth, Seth Tupper, and once again Jessica, who she does not want to include,
Oh no. She calls her the local busybody, doesn't she?
and a crisis hound,
Crisis
which I
Hound.
love. I
Even better.
love.
Even better. What a delicious
It's that
read.
person who just needs to see things in chaos and latch on. I have one
Uh-huh.
next door.
Oh no.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, and of course, Anne Francis, whose name is in this. What is her name in this?
Margo
Mark
Perry.
Perry. Um, she doesn't know that Jessica is good at this. Like that it
No,
actually is a
no.
plus in her column, but she probably deals with people all the time that
I'm
just
sure.
get in the way.
But you know what? She's not wrong.
No, I just yeah, I
Fletcher
know.
is a crisis hound. She's
Absolutely.
always there and she always
She
digs in further.
thrives. Thrives.
This is her bread and butter. This is her toast and preserves. This is where she this is where she lives, baby.
And Seth explains that she is the most observant person that he knows, and she
Hmm.
happened to have been there.
Yeah.
So she goes along while they're, checking out samples of what's on the tables. And
Yeah.
because we know what we know, I'm already looking at this kind of suspect, and I'm like, you're getting one sample from one plate. Like you
Yeah,
get one
it's
waffle from one. How do you know if it's that waffle? What if it was
you,
another waffle?
you need a comprehensive check, folks.
I mean, maybe this is just narrowing it down. Like I don't even know how that would
Hmm.
narrow it down.
I mean, some of this stuff, this like investigating the restaurant, we don't get a lot of it. I'm sure there would be a huge process to go in and test all of those artifacts left in that room. But I am more interested in the meantime in the decor in this restaurant, which is garish and ugly.
They call the exit.
Exit, Aggsit.
I I no, we don't need to do that. We don't need to do
First,
that.
I mean, there are like pictures and ornate frames on the wall, but they
Oh
don't
yeah.
seem to have anything to
This
do
is
with anything. There are,
Americana Bennigan's. Yeah.
ugh.
Did you have a Bennigan's where you grew
Yes,
up?
we totally had a Bennigan's.
Yeah. Fuddrucker, that kind of thing too. Like anything where
Yes.
like an alligator might have a fedora and sunglasses.
Oh no. Not
Yeah.
Al.
Well, well, and so Jessica is the only one who seems to care that that strawberry preserves jar that kept going around is suddenly missing.
She went and she found the little
And
caddy for it, and only the marmalade
hmm
was still there.
and then
So
Francis
that item
says,
is missing.
I'm only worried about what is here, not what isn't here. And
Yeah.
that's not helpful.
Really, really overlooking things there, isn't she? I mean, that's where she doesn't seem as competent at her job as maybe she ought to be, Miss
Yeah,
Francis.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's not thorough. It's just not
No.
thorough. Um, but again, the writing has to be in such a way where Jessica has to get it right.
Yeah.
So
She
she has
always
to be the
does.
most competent. She has to be the most competent.
Hmm.
New
We're
player has
meeting,
entered the
yeah,
room.
yeah, finally. We have John McCook as Harrison Fraser. He's Wilhelmina's husband.
Yes.
And he's
Handsome
just
older
found out,
gentleman,
yeah, he's a good-looking guy.
clearly understandable soap opera guy. Young and the Restless, Bold and the Beautiful.
Very. He even looks
That's
like
his
a soap opera actor.
he
Yeah,
makes perfect sense for that. Yeah.
totally.
1985, Bold and Beautiful, absolutely.
Hmm.
And he finds out that that Wilhelmina is sick, but is getting better,
Yeah.
and Betty is dead, and he breaks down.
Loses it. Loses it. I mean, although if I had a good friend who was a friend of my
Yes.
wife's, I would absolutely lose it as well.
I would
Obviously,
be
there's more to
upset.
it, but
Yeah.
it'd be very
And that's the thing. Like
distressing.
Jessica uses this as leverage later because obviously his appearance is important.
Yeah.
But I'm like, she said, I don't know how you can have such how you can be so worried about this one, not worry about your wife. Like the wife is fine. You've already told me.
Yeah.
Like you've
She's doing
already told
okay.
me.
Why shouldn't we mourn the death of our friend?
I don't
Jeez.
know.
Sometimes in this show, there is this very strange expectation about how people mourn.
Yes.
And they definitely use it to their advantage for the storytelling. I get it, but I am often rolling my eyes. Like, not everybody
Yeah.
mourns the same way. Not everybody needs the same amount of time. Come on. Stop being a judgmental asshole, Jessica Fletcher.
And we need that for the speed and
Yeah,
efficiency of these
totally.
storylines. But
We
the
accept it, but it's a little like, okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
And even not even just like human nature, like just how our bodies are. Like there's one episode,
Hmm.
I don't remember which it is, but they talk about jet lag. And she says, you don't get jet lag going from this direction to this direction. You get it from this one. Like, can't you just be tired?
Can't you just why can't I drink rum with Diet Coke? Why not?
An experienced whiskey drinker never would put a Diet Coke with it. Oh God, hooray for homicide. I just want to pause because at about 1744, we have this great hallway scene with Jessica and Seth talking about it. And
Uh-huh.
Frances is
She just
walking by with the
slips
shit-eating
right
eatingest
in.
grin. She is delighted at how quaint this neighborhood doctor and crisis hounds are trying to intellectualize this. Because to
This
her,
is the
it's just sick.
Oh yeah, this is the
Ah,
theater she's here for. She is amused and delighted by these plebeians here.
yeah.
It's
But
so
this is
funny.
also where we find out more about the preserves.
Hmm.
And these preserves are not from a chain, are not from a company. In
Mm.
fact, they are from Miss Fairley, who makes them in her kitchen.
Like you do. You know
Uh,
what? If you have adequate canning procedures in place, you can can anywhere.
you'd just be great. It would be fine. It would be absolutely fine.
All
And
you
she
need is a
calls
big
Jessica
stock pot
crisis
and
hound.
some boiling water, yeah.
If we want to further confuse things, so in the we're back at the Joshua Peabody Inn while Jessica's still looking for that jam jar. And there's a "Don't Tread on Me" flag. There's a Union Jack Americana flag, like multiple like just because
Jeez.
it's red, white, and blue. Like every
This place
it's
is
just
garish. It is ugly.
so much bunting. There
And
are
like,
wheels. There are like wagon wheels as a as a centerpiece.
what are they doing here? This is like a cheap Main Street USA Disneyland. Oh God, and like the forest green benches.
It's so,
What are we doing? What are we
I
doing?
know,
The
it's
plates on the
so
wall.
hideous. It's so hideous.
You
I
know,
mean, but
Jackie O had one just like it.
we've been there, haven't we? Haven't we all like
We've
these
definitely
gold
been
plates?
here.
I know this.
None of the wood
And
matches.
they have oh yeah, no, absolutely not. But they also like Cabot Cove is dying for some sort of like relevance. And so
They
all they
tell us all
have
the
is
time.
Joshua
Yeah.
Peabody,
Yeah. Who doesn't even theoretically exist. He's
well,
just legend and lore. So say
which
some.
Seth talks, not Seth, yeah, Seth talks about a lot. He even
Yeah.
mentions that he doesn't even think that Joshua was a real person. Um,
Amos does.
and yes, well, to Amos, he's sort of
He's
like a,
like a
uh,
Christ figure. Jeez. Kind of.
oh dear.
We are with our friend Ted, who's the owner of Peabody. And what do you think of him in this episode? He does a lot of running around and like, oh, but he doesn't much
Um,
do
he's
anything
a
else.
familiar, just sort of like he makes sense in it.
Hmm.
Like I don't really care about what he does after hours, but he's efficient for what he
He's just
is.
like
Yeah.
the owner of the restaurant. He doesn't really do anything else.
Yeah, I mean he's somebody needs to be in charge, and so it happens to be him.
Yeah,
He's a little harried, he's a little stressed out.
why
His
not?
cook wants to quit. Suddenly his golden goose is in jeopardy
Hmm.
because people are dying at his restaurant. I don't know how you come back from that, frankly.
Truly. He's trying. Um, and we actually are just finding out that instead of botulism, which is what the illness looked like, but it happened too fast. So it couldn't have possibly been botulism. And the only other explanation they can come up with is this other poison called
Atropine.
atropine.
You, Mrs. Perry.
Negative.
And I remember a line they taught us at med school. Red as a beet, mad as a hatter. These are the symptoms of atropine poisoning.
Atropine, isn't that like
Quick,
belladonna?
nasty.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nasty.
Whenever I think
Quick.
of belladonna, I immediately think of practical magic, actually.
That's what I think.
What,
Yeah. Jimmy
yeah, when
Angela.
they poison Jimmy. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But he just knocks right out. He doesn't have
Because
this
they
sort of
overdid
violent
it.
retching. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that I guess is also the thing, isn't it? Because poison won't also work the same way for everybody either. If
Right.
you have enough of it, you probably would just pass out and then you wouldn't feel the effects the same
Right.
way.
It would just stop your heart or your brain or
Yeah,
whatever it's designed to affect. And you are no more.
yeah. But
Three
so
cheers for
many
atropine.
things are in our title. Uh,
Three cheers for atropine. Love it.
effective, certainly
Yeah.
effective.
Yeah.
I don't know how readily available it is, but you know what? I'm kind of glad that we're not talking about the bitter smell of almonds
Oh,
because we've done that a billion times and we will yet
so
again.
often. Yeah. No thanks. Um,
Um,
what
which
we're
of course is
figuring out here
cyanide.
is that
Folks don't know.
we didn't know if there was something wrong with the food or if there was something put into the food. In this case, it appears that something was put into the food as intentional poison
Right.
to murder, which is what Jessica suspected all along. And
Which
it's
means
actually
nothing
really
went
funny to
bad.
watch her and Anne Francis sort of spar in this episode because
Oh yeah,
it's an interesting power play, obviously. And
spectacular.
Anne Francis, she never really relents to Jessica, even when Jessica's right, which
Mm-mm.
must frustrate the fuck
Mm-mm.
out of Jessica.
Oh yeah, oh yeah,
She does seem
yeah.
really really not irritated, but like she really wants to get into Anne Francis's brain and get her to work with them, but she's just like a brick wall. She's not willing.
And Frances is not playing ball. She's
No.
absolutely not, and
She has no
she's used
time
to
for these
working alone.
little town people. Cornelia is back at Dixon Diner.
With her little hat. She's adorable.
She looks like a flight
Poor
attendant
Cornelia.
from the 60s.
So good. Well, those were Waitresses of the Sky. That
I
was what they used to be
know.
modeled after.
Oh no, it's
Yeah,
true.
that's what and they didn't have to deal so much with safety so much as service. It was
Hmm.
entirely, yeah, yeah. Um, and also Murder She Wrote loves anything old timey. So their diners look 50s. Everything is
Yeah,
not 1980s. When we get to the 1980s, it's always outside of Cabot Cove, and it's always very jarring.
yeah. Like like the chain link fence in the living room.
The chain link fence in the living room, when she goes to Hollywood,
Uh-huh.
anytime, yeah, anytime. But
Disco
we've learned
Cemetery.
that the jam that went missing, Jessica's figuring out which tables it went to
Yeah.
and where
This,
it disappeared at. It appears that it disappeared at Dixon's table after it was taken from Willie and Betty's table.
right, which makes him a suspect,
It does.
unpleasant as he is. Um, it went to I mean, this would be hard work to figure out the path of that little caddy with preserves and marmalade if
Well,
no
she
one was
knows how it
actually
got
paying
to
attention.
right, right. Well, she knows how it got to Betty and Willie's
Yeah.
because they got it from Tupper, and Jessica was sitting with Tupper,
No,
and Tupper
Tupper
had
took it.
quite a bit of marmalade.
No, no, no.
Oh no, you're right.
Betty and
He
Tupper
took it
took it
from.
from them, which is probably why she
That's
knows
right,
that. And then Cornelia took it and she gave it to the family
Dixon. I
with the
got the
kid. And then
right.
she
You're
took it
right. See,
to,
I did reverse it. Yeah, it is
this is
hard
a
to keep
lot
up.
to remember. I'm telling you, it's like a sports
So,
game.
and
Play-by-play
from
action. And then
no, but there's
it went
still
to, so it started
it
with
went
the tourists that we're
to
talking about ETA. Then it went to Betty and Wilhelmina.
then it
Then
went
it
to
went
Tupper.
to Tupper, and then it went to the family with the kid and
Yes.
Mercer and Ebenezer, and then it went to
God,
Dixon.
all those people not
But
washing
like
their hands.
in that busy, well, and all I can think of is like, what if one of them licked the spoon? Jesus, like
Right,
public health nightmare.
right.
This is pre-COVID, that's for sure.
Well, and that's what. Sorry, I tried to mute myself. I couldn't get it. That's what infuriates Anne Francis is
Yeah,
that why, oh my God, people. I mean, and I guess we need shows like this to remind us what we should
yeah.
or should not be doing. I mean,
Not
as of the
healthy.
time of this recording, the government is waging a war on acetaminophen. So, like, there's always something going on.
What a wild world we live in. I can't believe what I
Unbelievable.
woke up to this morning.
Every couple of days,
I
what
had a
bullshit
headache
are we
last
dealing
night and
with?
I popped some Tylenol.
I know. Well, you're
Whatever.
probably not pregnant.
Oh, thank God.
I know.
I've been
I
worried.
know. Well, it
I'm
makes me
late.
wonder what is those kicking? Uh, we've returned to Wilhelmina, who we've not seen in quite some time.
Yeah.
Jessica is talking to her about whether or not she had any of the preserves, and she said no, because she's been watching her figure. But
Jeez.
Betty had quite a bit.
Lots of those
Dobbs, I'm
preserves.
afraid.
I think she had it
Dobbs
with corn muffins and turnovers
and popovers.
because Betty
Yes.
is a slovenly fatty McFatterson, right?
Her biggest crime possible. Uh, Meanwhile, Wilhelmina's husband is there just staring stoically out the window.
Yeah.
He's not been the
He's
same since he's heard about Betty.
very detached. Um,
Something's up. Something's up.
more
So
and
we have, yeah,
more Anne Francis here.
more Anne
Um,
Francis
I
talking
think
about
there are a
Israeli
few
preserves.
scenes. I think there's probably a way, I can probably talk about this when we talk about the whole episode, but there are some things here that I think could be tightened up a bit. There's a lot of
It's you
like,
know it is a lot of very quick scenes back to back to back to back.
yeah, I feel like some of
Yeah,
these scenes could be combined and made more efficient because
just
we keep
imagine
going to the lab and then talking about it and then to and
we're
then talking
skipping
about it.
all of the car rides. We're skipping all of the car
Yeah,
rides from one location to another, to another, to another, and like this is all supposed to be in what the same 48 hours.
something like that. This investigation is dizzying. How they are not spinning, I don't know.
All right, we have a great Anne Francis moment. Let's just take
Now
a
they're
listen
walking in a
to.
hallway again. This
Oh
scene has
yeah,
happened, but deja vu,
actually
right? That's what
I
I mean.
mentioned this scene already because I
Yeah,
confused it with this one. Actually,
yeah, yeah.
now she's going to complain about Miss Fairley.
Know how a jar of preserves might get up and walk out all on its own.
You think you're looking at this scientifically, but you're not. There are many possibilities.
Yes?
For example, that single jar of preserves could have been tainted. No atropine, no murder. Yes. I think I'd like to see that Fairley Company's plant.
Well, actually, there is no
Plant.
plant. Exactly.
Just with a Fairley in her kitchen.
Do you mean to tell me that this town allows some old lady to sell homemade food out of her home?
For heaven's sakes, Mrs. Perry, we've been enjoying Mrs. Fairley's preserves for years.
Look at you.
She's so
Who are
confounded.
you?
She's
Where
appalled
might I
at this.
find this haven of free enterprise?
Well, surely you're not going to close her down. I mean, this is her only form of income.
My concern is for public welfare.
Well, the trouble with that is that it occasionally is done at the expense of the innocent individual.
Which again,
That remains to be
Jessica
seen.
has this constant battle between what is right and what is legal. She
Yes.
constantly
Yeah.
has this because she clearly believes in the law, but she fudges with it all
Yeah.
the time.
All the time. All the time. Um, but in a way, the show is telling us what sort of moral stance to take, right? Because we're supposed to
Sure.
move
We're
along
supposed
with
to
her,
feel
but
bad for Fairley. Yeah.
hmm But I gotta be honest, I'm with Anne Francis here. The way these preserves are shuffled around that restaurant and that they are just done in somebody's kitchen, no wonder people think
Yeah.
that the poison was from the preserves themselves.
I mean, I feel it would be different if it was a one-to-one operation, like she sold it to households.
Yeah,
But
that's
it
different.
being at the rest, yeah, I think that the exposure rate is too high. Yeah, I already don't like it when I go to like an IHOP and the syrup is already on the table.
Right? That's exactly what I
Yeah.
was thinking. Like IHOP with
I
the
will,
boysenberry and yeah,
yeah, I will
yeah.
withhold when it comes to ketchup. And even though I know they refill that because I watch Bob's
hmm
Burgers, and so whenever they do that, I'm like, oh, I don't need to see how the sausage is made. No, um,
Well, I gotta
but
tell you, I've worked in re
I'll
have you
suspend
worked in
there, but
restaurants before?
never. I could
Okay.
never.
I have worked in several restaurants and I don't want to like alarm anybody, but the amount of stuff that happens in restaurants that we as people eating in restaurants would think that's disgusting. How can I possibly eat there? It's daily.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just restaurants are disgusting, dirty, nasty places. Even the ones that are rated well
Uh-huh.
are disgusting,
Well,
dirty,
because
nasty
there
places.
is an acceptable allowance. I mean,
Yeah.
even at a when you eat candy bars, there is an acceptable allowance of how many bug pieces are in there,
Yes, exactly.
and that's
Mmm,
just how it
crickets.
is. I mean, this is how
Delish.
it is.
Yeah.
Uh,
Um,
yeah, it's
and in a
terrible.
restaurant, everybody touches everything with their hands. Like
Yeah.
you think people are putting on gloves? They are not. Your food is being touched by many sets of hands before it gets to your table. Not trying to alarm anybody. However, that's how it works.
Oh.
Yeah.
And
So
it is unlikely that they're tainted with atropine. However,
that's the saving grace here.
that is the one plus. That is the
Yeah.
one plus.
Yeah.
But to that end, it could be botulism. It could be that's why legally every restaurant and most places of service actually have signs in their bathrooms that say employees must wash their hands.
Correct. Which I
Which
don't know
you'd
about you, but
like to
always feels like such an unnecessary, but I guess necessary
it's not a cop.
reminder.
It's not a security guard that checks and smells your hands to see if they
No.
smell like soap. But I
And
would
I'm a
also
per
think that if I worked in food service, I would be constantly washing my hands because I wouldn't
Because
want that
gross.
on me.
Yeah.
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 I wash my
Whenever
hands so often just cooking dinner.
me too. I am not one of those people that can just like get my hands a mess.
Oh, sure, I mean, you're a chef. I mean, you know, yeah.
I have to wash when I make my petrified tries videos, half of the video time is cut out because I'm washing my hands. Yeah, I can't do it. But
Yeah,
I have great
no,
integrity and cleanliness, and I know that people that I've worked with in restaurants do not have the same level of integrity around cleanliness that I do. So a bitter
yeah.
pill to swallow, but there you have it.
There we have it. A little peek behind the curtain.
Yeah. Anyway.
Uh, we sort of skipped by it. We don't have to go back too far, but
Yeah.
just to illustrate that Mercer was a suspect, Dixon was the suspect. They've both been allowed out of the sheriff's quarters for now,
Yeah.
because there's no proof. But because Ebenezer and Mercer were fighting, and there seems to be some sort of connection.
Hmm.
Um,
We're trying to connect the dots here.
and,
I do like this Cabot Cove jail because the doors are never closed and they're all just kind of hanging out.
they're hanging out,
It's the best.
just taking goofy pictures.
Amos does not run a tight ship here. Not with that
Yeah,
fish on the wall.
no.
I just
I also
noticed that
love,
for the first time. It's so
oh yeah.
ugly.
Well, and I find his, so there's even like
Is that
a thing.
marijuana? Is that a marijuana poster on the back wall?
Yes.
Oh my
Yes.
gosh, that's
One
amazing.
of nature's largest crops, Mother Nature's largest crops is illegal. Yeah.
Not
They're
anymore.
yeah, well, this was the 1985. This we were knee deep in Nancy Reagan at this point.
Oh God.
And I've heard internet stories that she was knee deep in a couple of people. Um, but I mean, there's even a sign that says like missing children. I'm like, how many children are missing in Cabot Cove at one time? But then I have to remind myself, no, they also hold those in case people come through. Like it's not
Yeah.
just if they're from there.
Yeah.
But I mean that the era, do you remember like missing kid ads on TV ads,
Absolutely.
commercials on commercials and
Totally.
the era of not Unsolved Mysteries, but yes, but also America's Most Wanted and all
It is
that.
kind of unsolved mysteries. Yeah, we used to watch that every week.
Husband and I have finally finished all of the Robert Stack ones, and we started watching the Dennis
Oh,
Farina ones, and they're not as fun,
no.
and B now they're just kind of depressing because they're mostly just like missing kids and you know
Well,
abuse,
Robert
and it's
Stack
like,
has that
well,
like great Rod Sterling quality about him,
yeah,
right? That actually makes it feel mysterious. I always like the Alien episodes. Those were the best.
yeah, that's his favorite too.
Not enough of
Yeah,
them, but
I
uh,
like the ghost ones, the paranormal ones too. Uh,
um, back in Amos's police station, we have our chef, who I forget his name. Let's see, what is it again? Alan Dupree. And he's been called in as a suspect also because we all know that he wants to get out of his contract. Can we actually listen to the
yeah,
scene? Because
yeah.
I just love anytime Jessica manipulates a potential suspect. I'm here for it.
Else? No, wait. Before you do that, what's the penalty for taking a poke at the sheriff?
I beg your
Slow
pardon.
down now. Just one
Okay.
eyes. No, Miss Fletcher.
He's
Intimate.
just talking about his
Okay.
Facebook account. That's all.
Mr. Dupree, my husband and I went to your grandfather's restaurant once and had the most
Oh, right.
marvelous
He has
food.
pedigree.
He
He's
made
a
a
Hmm. He's the son of famous chefs.
Oh, you must ask him. I couldn't do it justice.
Yes, Colibia. Special dish, very, very tricky.
Oh, yes, the béarnaise sauce has to be just so.
Absolutely.
And the veal has to be very young and tender.
Now that's the secret, tender veal.
No, Mr. Dupree.
you
I'm
idiot.
afraid not. Colibia is served with a butter sauce and made with salmon.
Haha, I just made a fool of you. Everybody laugh. Everybody laugh.
Here's an imposter.
Oh, no, he's the real Alan Dupree. He's just not a real chef.
Why? Because I flunked out of Cordon Bleu?
Yes.
And because then I was
That's a great reason.
and now the final to be humiliated by the Julia child of Cabot Cove.
What an insult. Not.
Not my intention.
Look, I made
It wasn't. I didn't mean to humiliate you in front of the officer. Don't mind me.
Yeah, she did
Yeah.
it so intentionally.
Yeah.
She
But he
didn't
was
mean
brought
to
over
my
here.
ass.
He was brought over here to work at the Joshua Peabody Inn, which should have already been a giant red flag.
Hmm.
Um,
From
because of his
France.
pedigree. Yeah. And now that he's here, he can't cook. He just used it as an opportunity to come to America. Notice he
Yeah.
also has no French accent. Um,
Well, he was born in Pittsburgh, apparently.
Oh, it's very confusing to me.
Yeah, I don't really get this character. He's born in Pittsburgh. He has famous French father and grandfather chefs who both fired him. He went to the Cordon Bleu in France, then he flunked out. Now he's just trying to get back. It's a lot.
A lot. Oh, but so he's important here because he says while in the kitchen, drinking his wine and putting what cinnamon toast
Cinnamon
on
on an egg.
omelets.
Cinnamon on an omelet. Ugh. That
Because
would
the other
be
chef
effing
went
disgusting,
home.
by the way.
I know, I
Oh
know.
God.
The second chef went home because he cut himself, which explains why he's not a suspect.
Mm.
And also why normally there would be another cook who probably does all the work normally.
Yeah. He
Uh,
probably hates this guy.
hates this guy. But guess who showed up in the kitchen? Why, it's Wilhelmina's husband, Mr. Fraser.
Harrison.
And he is back, showing up here. And he made a big deal about showing up for the first time at the hospital to see
Yeah.
Wilhelmina and, in theory, Betty.
Hmm.
And said, "Oh, but my Rolls Royce is blocking the emergency exit here. Orderly, take my keys and move it for me." Like he's
Yeah.
a
My
like he's a
Rolls Royce
valet.
is in the way. Please remove it. He's very
He's smarmy.
uh he's smart. Yeah. Yeah.
He's smarmy.
Well, he is now. He gives us a better scene later.
He does.
Sort of.
Because Jessica's just starting to realize that there's some curiosity about why he would have been there the day earlier, why he would have gone to the restaurant. And it probably was to check on the ladies, Wilhelmina and Betty.
This would be like very damning, right? Like, what are you doing, man?
Yeah. This is the damning scene, the line apparently, and it we've already talked about why it pisses us off, but here we are.
New England?
Oh, I'm sure you do. But connections won't help you to evade a simple answer to a simple question. We both know, Mr. Fraser, that you've been under a great deal of stress with your wife's illness and her best friend's murder. It's a tragic situation.
Why is it not his friend too?
Betty was a fine woman,
Yeah.
and I share a great loss.
Yes, I couldn't help but notice that you seem to take her death particularly hard.
She was my friend.
Oh, of course. And Wilhelmina is your wife. And forgive me, I don't understand how you can show so little concern about her close call.
What are you implying?
Well, I'm curious as to which one of the two women you were watching from the kitchen, or which one you were hiding from.
Dun, 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 dun.
Have you forgotten? I was important.
She's
No, he
awfully
wasn't.
shrewd.
And he showed up at the police station at the right time to pay a parking fine with
Yeah.
his Rolls Royce.
Why wouldn't you just mail that shit in? Come on, man.
Well, he's here already.
You already got something to hide. Go to the police station. Why not? Um,
And again, we could have this next scene at the same time, but we have
we
to move
could.
locations yet again to Jessica's house.
Hmm. You know what? Just to not look at the fish on the wall, I'm grateful for it.
Also, but her kitchen could be the Joshua Peabody Inn. It is just
It
as
really
cluttered.
is. At least things are in the same color palette in her kitchen,
That's true. She's very particular.
but it is very craftsman, New England. Yeah.
Uh,
And so
this is also one of the moments we
does
see that
she
she
have a
has a bird.
bird?
She does. She has a canary or a finch or a parakeet. Parakeet, that's it. She has a parakeet.
I'd send in the canary first.
Exactly.
Hmm.
Uh, but yes, on occasion she does. I don't think we've seen that parakeet since the Russian episode.
I don't think so. Oh, look who's there, showing up at our front door.
Harrison.
I kind of forget that this this is really foolish of me, but we're so used to cell phones and communicating that way and be like, "Hey, I'm coming over," or whatever. To have people just show up at your door like that,
Just drop in.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
and they
Oh
just let
yeah.
him in. I don't think so. So he's
No, thank you.
I could be in my underwear. What are you doing?
When I hear my doorbell, I'm like, oh shit, what happened?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. What's the emergency?
Yeah.
He did come
Oh,
over here to tell Jessica more about what's actually going on.
he admits his involvement.
And she was right. He is having an affair with Betty.
Betty, slovenly smucker jam coated Betty,
She's got that strawberry preserves and marmalade in the corner of her mouth because she can't even wipe her face off. What a
just
slob.
gobbling down popovers.
What a disgusting. Um, yeah, he loved Betty.
And the question, I mean, he's not really a suspect because why would he do it there? Why would he go all that way? And why would he do it in front of his wife?
Doesn't really make sense.
Yeah, and he says like he legit loved Betty. And
Hmm.
what I find so fucked up about this is that Betty is best friends with Wilhelmina and is hanging out with her best friend while sleeping
While
with her
sleeping with her
husband.
husband. What?
And so yeah,
Betty
so
had it
we've been
coming.
painting Betty as like this innocent here, but
No,
what a
no. Betty
fucked
was
up way to behave.
truly, Betty was playing with fire, and she, I don't know if I want to say she deserved it, but
No, but she goes out with Wilhelmina to this road trip. Harrison shows up, and Betty's like, "We're having such a good time. Tell her, I'll tell her later." You'll what?
why is she
That's
going
just
on a road trip with this woman?
I know
It
because they're
doesn't
still
make any
pals.
sense.
It's so
Making punny
fucked up.
jokes about the menu and
Just
cackling like
having a
schoolgirls. Yeah,
which, knowing what we know, is
yeah,
also like warped from
very.
Wilhelmina's perspective.
Yes, because
Because
she
if
was
we're
playing, well,
yeah, well,
yeah,
we might as well. We're
we're
reaching
almost
our end
there.
here.
10 minutes
So
to
if
go.
Harrison didn't do it, it was probably Wilhelmina.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Wilhelmina brought the atropine with her. She must have, because she knew eventually she would stop with Betty and she would poison her best friend who was having an affair with her husband.
Man,
There's just so much. There's just so much.
what a meandering, convoluted way to murder somebody.
I know. They all deserve each other.
They really do. These people are terrible.
They are. They are. I mean,
They're meant for
in
each other.
in theory, the philandering husband almost gets the most sympathy because
He
he's the
does.
one
He absolutely does.
he's the one who lost the lover and his wife is the killer.
And apparently, from one of the conversations earlier, he wanted to tell her about it.
Yes.
And
Yes.
Betty was like,
It
well,
was
let's wait.
Betty who said no. I want to go on this road trip first.
Yeah.
Don't mind me.
I already
Tell your
paid for the
wife
vacation.
later. We already got tickets. Well, tell her when we get back from Graceland or
Oh,
something. Like it's just
jeez.
like what how do you compartmentalize so drastically that you can just not think about that the entire time you're hanging out
Yeah.
with your oh
Betty is
yeah.
the real villain here.
She she I mean she's the least concerned with she's the most
She's
yeah.
she's really playing with people's lives, right? Like her husband and her friend. Or the husband, the friend and her husband, yes.
Yeah.
We're back
Yeah.
in Dixon's Diner because we cannot, we have now
Stay
been
in one
here three
place.
times, right? Like we are
Well,
bouncing
we
all over.
while we were talking about Wilhelmina, Betty, and Harrison, we've skipped over yet another hospital scene with
Jesus,
Seth
we
and
did.
Jessica. The
Good.
shooting days on this, they must have done them all at once, like
Oh,
each
absolutely.
location. They
Yeah.
must have.
And Anne Francis is still wearing the same suit. So
Changes the blouse, the suit. You can have dry cleans
the
or
suit,
have
true.
yeah,
It lasts more than a day.
it
It's
does.
those undergarments that get
She's cool
soiled.
as a cucumber.
She
She's
really
fine.
is. I do wish that the cool, I mean, I know she's costumed for her character, but it's Anne Francis. Can we give her something a little better than this? Whatever.
Cinch it. Just cinch
Yeah,
it.
just give me a
It's a
waist.
little up and down. It's just a
Yeah.
little up and down.
Hmm.
It's not a bad suit. It just is not fitted.
Oh, we have the giveaway here that gives Jessica her aha.
Because
And
remember,
it's
when
Margot
Wilhelmina
telling
and Betty,
Cornelia that she left her tip on her credit card receipt.
because Jessica, Seth, and Tupper were right behind that Wilhelmina and Betty when they paid their bill,
Yeah.
and then Wilhelmina had to go back and tip the waitress. Well, why would she do that? why wouldn't she put the tip on her credit card?
We're back at this godforsaken restaurant again. Jesus.
Because Jessica needs the receipt. And Jessica doesn't drive. How did she get here?
Also, she gets there, she knocks on the window, and our friend Ted lets her in and is like, "What are you looking
Poor
for?" And she
guy.
digs through his cash register. And then she
And
takes
takes the
something,
receipt.
doesn't tell him what she's doing with it, and runs. He looks so confused. That poor
He's so
man.
confused.
He's
So
just trying to make a
confused.
buck on the interstate.
Well, we
Our
are our ETAs.
our ETA tourists, yeah. They're not even on IMDb. They don't even get a listing on the main page.
No?
I don't think so. Not unless I go to full cast.
Let's
They're pretty
see.
insignificant, but they give us a great clue in that they're not sick at all.
Is that not she just look like her, or is that not what's her name? God damn it. Uh Stephanie. Is that not her?
Stephanie?
From
I don't
Golden
see a
Girls.
Stephanie. Is it Stephanie?
No, I thought it was. Doesn't it look like her? Or maybe it just looks like her.
Oh, Stephanie's mother.
Yeah, wait, isn't that her? Yeah, I don't know.
Let's see. No,
Diner patron.
no, I
I
don't
don't
think
think
so.
it
It
is.
does look like her though.
All right.
Look, they're wearing the same shirt. Oh my God, they're wearing the same shirt. The
Well,
couple, they're wearing the same shirt. Why are they wearing the same shirt?
because they are very tight. They're very, yeah.
They're wearing the same weird print brown something or other shirt. She's wearing a cardigan over it. He's wearing a jacket. Like this is what happens to people when they're together a long time. They start looking and dressing alike. Ooh.
So
Oh,
Wilhelmina has a moment of
great
humanity
moment
where
here.
she tips the nurse and
And
says,
the
I
nurse is like,
insist.
"Oh yeah, I like
Thank
this."
you.
And she bails. She's
Yeah.
like, "Thanks for the 20."
Yoink. Yoink.
That's my favorite walk-on. My favorite
That is
day
a
player.
that is a fun one.
Okay, we're getting to we're in our final reveal scene, and we are
Hmm.
in Willie's hospital room as they're about to leave.
And she doesn't
Um,
have her beautiful suede purse,
she has Betty's purse.
which is hideous.
I actually love this prodding scene. I think it's one of the better ones of
Shall we?
Jessica
Shall we take a
prodding her.
listen
Yeah,
to
absolutely.
break it down? Because
Yeah,
we need an Agatha Christie around the fireplace talking to everybody, but here we
that's what
just
this
get it with
is.
her.
Yep.
Isn't that your friend Betty's shoulder bag?
Shoulder bag?
Not a purse?
You're using it.
Harrison, don't be absurd.
Absurd
Explain it.
with a Z. She used a Z.
It all began with a jar of Mrs. Fairley's strawberry preserves. It started to circulate at the table of those tourists, the ones who fussed about their toast and the ETAs. They both ate some preserves. Cornelia then brought the basket to your table, Mrs. Fraser, where you had a little of the preserves. But Betty had quite a bit, as you yourself told us. Then Sheriff Tupper asked Betty if he could have the basket. He ate a lot of marmalade, but no preserves. Cornelia then picked up the basket and passed it on to the councilman, and then on to O'Connor's, and finally to Bo Dixon. And since the tourists didn't get sick, and several of the others did,
The poison had to be introduced into the preserves at Mrs. Fraser's table.
Oh shit.
exactly.
If you're
Uh-oh.
accusing my wife of anything, you should
Uh-oh.
she will too.
To avoid suspicion, she ate a little of the preserves
That's right.
herself. But wasn't that part of the plan? You knew you and Betty would stop somewhere to eat, so you took the atropine.
You gotta do it. You gotta take some sacrifices
I
if you want to
guess.
be.
That's what I couldn't figure out. I finally realized it was Sheriff Tupper.
Amos?
Well, Mrs. Fraser wasn't at her table when he took the basket. You hadn't counted on the preserves leaving your table, and you had to get them back. I heard you tell Betty at the door that you were going back to the table to leave a tip for Cornelia. But you had already left her a tip a second earlier on your credit card.
This is so not
I
proof.
didn't go back to the
This is so not proof.
Maybe she just was feeling extra generous, like she was with our nurse friend. She just likes tipping people in service. Is that a crime?
She would have concealed it. And then when Betty collapsed outside, Amos handed her purse to you. May I see your shoulder bag, please?
No.
There's a great Seth line here that also is said quite frequently in our household here. So we're about to get to it.
You followed the ambulance in your car. The jar didn't have a lid. You must have noticed that the preserves had spilled into your purse.
Smelling the keys. Strawberries.
Preserves are terribly difficult to get out of a suede purse, aren't they? The road from the inn passes over Morgan's Creek. It's shallow this time of the year, isn't it, Seth?
Poor for fishing.
Oh, for fishing.
Unless you want to save him the trouble.
So she tossed the preserve jar
Oh.
into Morgan's Creek. And by the way, that was Stephanie. I was correct. That was Susanna
It
Huffman.
was Stephanie.
It is
Oh
our
my
ETA.
gosh.
It is. She
Wearing-
appears in 7 Murder She Wrote. That's
She must have been nearby or something.
Yeah. But
They're
yeah,
like,
that
hey,
was
we need a
Stephanie
day
from the
player.
Girls.
Stephanie's mother, I'd recognize you anywhere.
You didn't evidently, right?
I guess not. I was talking over it, but they mentioned that so she went back in when she said she was going to give her a tip, Cornelia a tip. She was going back in to find the preserves.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
what a complicated web we weave.
And Harrison walks out on her.
Oh, that's so dramatic. And also like
And she stares.
okay, high and mighty Harrison, you
I
also
know.
were like having an affair on your wife, so I don't know why you think you're
Yeah.
so special.
Yeah. I mean, they all made bad choices. This
Yeah.
is one of
Lots of bad
those,
choices.
like, if this was played with levity, it would be farce. Like, so many bad choices leading to miscommunication and this person dying and this person doing this. If this was if this was played for laughs, this would just be farce.
Yeah. This would be a beautiful farce. What a
Yeah,
great
this would be
idea.
Clue. This would be Clue. Like
Yes.
that is the whole, that's the thing
Mhm.
is, oh, we do have this one capping scene at yet the diner one more time. Because Dixon's Diner is returned to its former glory of being packed. And our Joshua Peabody Inn manager
He's
has
there.
learned he's there. He's learned that they've closed the Joshua Peabody Inn, and he is instead going to the Ethan Allen themed restaurant. What, in Vermont?
Ethan Allen themed restaurant. Isn't that
Yeah.
a furniture store?
Well, it's named after an explorer named
Sure.
Ethan Allen.
Yeah. Ooh, that's too bad.
Yeah.
We remember couches and sofas and not not his work. Okay. Sorry, Ethan.
Well, and Seth gets one last. Well, at least we know Ethan Allen existed, so we have that going for it. Like, ooh,
Mhm.
yeah. But yeah,
Not
Ethan
wrong.
Allen was one of the founders of Vermont, and he
Okay.
is known for the capture of Fort Ticonderoga, which also has great pencils.
Hey,
In fact, this is a Ticonderoga right here.
amazing.
Uh so
We are a
all's well that
country of
ends
industry, aren't
well.
we? All's well that ends well, unless you're Betty.
Unless, yeah, I mean, or Willie, because Wilhelmina's going to go to that prison with Adrienne Barbeau,
She sure
so
is. Yeah.
it's
Good luck.
gonna be rough there.
hmm Um, it it is it was a careless plan, right? Like stepping away from the table and not having like that jar of preserves in your sight every moment. Dumb.
Yeah,
Dumb,
careless,
dumb, dumb.
absolutely careless.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They always make some stupid
and
mistake.
presumably she just thought no one would question it because it would look like botulism,
Yeah.
but it didn't work out.
But also like where would this woman have gotten well, I guess because botulism takes longer to affect you
Atropine?
than
How do you buy
atropine.
atropine? I don't know. Can you get it on Amazon? Let's find out together. I'm gonna get put on a
Good
list.
question.
Let me
Yeah, be
see.
careful.
So,
I'm not going to try to find out.
well, I
I'm
mean,
just going to can some preserves and do it shoddily so that
yeah, you're gonna do it. You're gonna do
I'm
it
going to do it the
the
right way.
proper way.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm going to ferment my preserves. That's what I'm going to do.
well, because I mean, there are so many things you can get that are poisonous.
Yeah.
Let me see. Atropine. Da, 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 da. Yeah, I can get atropine. Right now, I can get, oh, prescription required, prescription required, prescription
Hmm.
required. All of these are prescription required.
Makes
But
sense.
evidently, it is used for motion sickness in
Interesting.
certain, let's see. Oh, these are all diphenylxylate. Uh, I don't know. Yeah. But I can get 1%, and also the dosage is way little. 1%
Oh,
of
sure.
uh of strength of atropine. If you're using full on atropine, which you might have been able to get in the 80s. I don't
I
remember
suppose
what they
that's,
said. What did Wilhelmina do? What was her job? Did she
I
have
don't know
a
if they said.
it seems like that would be something that would make
I
sense if she
mean,
like nicked it from work.
she was, her hair was like a librarian, so probably not there. The school marm, again.
Yeah, it was the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that Katharine Hepburn
Yes.
swoop.
Kind of loose
Yeah,
bun on
yeah,
golden pond.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. We're gonna get that with Kate Mulgrew in a little bit too.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's interesting. Like I don't know a whole lot. Let me see. And Belladonna, I feel like you'd be able to buy too, at least to some degree. Let's see. Oh no, I don't mean the Stevie Nicks album, although work.
Hey, I'd buy that instead.
Homeopathic medicine for fever. Belladonna is used
Really?
for fever. Yeah,
Hmm.
homeopathic remedy.
Gotta consult my witch's almanac.
Exactly. And that is a very minimal amount. And does that require that one does not require a prescription.
Hmm.
So we're not encouraging our audience at home to do
We're
anything
not.
stupid.
No, no, not at all. No, of course not.
I personally feel that worry enough if you're switching to acetaminophen.
Yeah, be careful out there. It's a
Yeah.
dangerous world.
Um, but that said, so this episode we met all these characters and we sort of tossed them away really quick once they're no longer
Yeah,
useful.
yeah,
The black family where the son gets sick, we just find out at the end. We don't even see him recover. We just find out he's okay.
yeah.
The ETA couple, they're told they don't need it. We just leave him in the hallway.
Hmm.
Mercer, he's fine. He actually gives Jessica the idea about the preserves because
Yeah.
he's one of the people who took them.
Well,
The
he
cook we leave in
said
the sheriff
like, did
station.
Ebenezer put him in the preserves? Did he poison me
Yeah.
through the preserves? There's a lot of like exposition with these some of these characters. Like the reason they were there was to meet about a
Yeah.
kickback or a buyout or something, which they don't even really go into.
Mm-mm.
Um,
It's all red herrings.
yeah, lots and
Yeah.
lots of them.
Which you need because if it's going to be an accident, none of those people should have anything in common.
That's the truth.
So yeah, it is similar. I mean, as we talked about with Murder on the Bus, a
Hmm.
good portion of those people had nothing to do with the bank robber.
Well, it's kind of the fun of this, right? Because it is they none of these people
It's a
know each
puzzle.
other. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a puzzle and
And
figuring
so
it
how are they
out.
connected? Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, it's so much fun. So much fun.
Yeah.
I
And
mean, I'm
as
trying to
depressing as
think
the
about
ending
anything else
is,
I've as depressing as the ending is indeed. Um,
I think it helps because you don't feel bad for them precisely.
no.
I mean, I shouldn't speak for everybody. I don't feel bad for them precisely. They all made bad choices.
Who of the trio, Betty, Wilhelmina,
Wilhelmina and
and
Harrison.
Harrison, do you think you relate to or feel the most for in this situation? I think we sort of said Harrison maybe earlier, but
I mean,
like,
Harrison by virtue of he didn't take any action directly that killed
Yeah.
anybody.
Yeah.
Um,
Betty's a jerk.
Wilhelmina in the sense that a woman scorned,
Yeah.
and the fact that Betty was so cavalier in spending time with her, knowing what she was going to do when they got back
Hmm.
home. Um, Wilhelmina's playing the long game here.
Yeah. And she
So
probably would have been okay if she had not gone to the John
yeah, yeah.
and she
So
had
I
just
mean,
kept
I'm not
track of
saying
those
she's
preserves.
justified, perhaps,
Right.
but I think we're meant to at least go, oh, what a shitty situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we actually get a moment where we see her put the poison? We don't, right?
No.
It just happens to be there. That would have been really fun. I know that reenactments aren't always our favorite, but that would have been
Well,
fun
if
to
you're going
see
to do this many scene
mechanically.
changes, we might as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because the only opportunity to do it would have been when Betty went to the bathroom
Yeah.
and when Betty was talking to Harrison
Yeah.
in that same moment when Harrison was in the kitchen. Um,
But we don't actually see Harrison in this first scene, right? We just hear tell that he was there. Or do we
no, we
see
see
him?
him. We see
Do
him.
we?
We see him, don't we?
I don't remember. It would have
No,
been even
maybe we
earlier, right? I
don't.
don't think
No, we
so.
don't.
I
No, we
think the
don't.
chef just tells us. We don't actually see it. So we get to go to the hospital, what, like 10, 12 times? We get to go to the diner half a dozen
That's
times.
interesting. If
We're
we
all over
had
the
seen him, I
place.
think we would have had a very different experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we only ever see Dixon go into the kitchen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if Betty acts differently when she comes back from the bathroom. No, she's still making fun.
No, she's like, guess what? They don't have ladies' rooms. They have
Oh, that's right.
John's and Abigail's. Like she's having a great time.
Yeah.
She just had this conversation with her lover, and she's
Hmm.
still having a great time.
Okay.
Because there's Wilhelmina. We've circled back, folks. So
Yeah.
Wilhelmina grabs the jam from Cornelia
Hmm.
and takes that opportunity,
So
moves it
she would have
over
had to do it in that little break.
in that little moment. Yeah,
Yeah, and we don't get to
yeah.
see it.
Well, no, because then we would know. Yeah,
Well, I mean, I thought that at the end we'd get like a
we might get a
flashback
recreation.
sequence, but no,
Yeah,
no.
if they filmed it, they didn't keep it.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe some of these things give away too much. Because the first time, I don't know if you remember, but the first time you saw this episode, did you have any idea what had happened?
Oh, I don't even know. I don't
Yeah.
remember the first time I saw this. Yeah, so many of these, unless I've forgotten, and this is an episode I've seen a lot. This is an episode
Yeah.
that keep. I mean, the first 6 seasons, as we've talked about, because of their availability elsewhere,
Yeah.
for the longest time, were some of the most repeat viewings.
Yeah.
Um, and season two, by virtue of what we've been going through, I think is a strong contender for my favorite season of the show.
I think,
Um,
I mean, obviously
three
we
and
have to
four
get through
might
the
well,
rest, but
yeah, 3 and 4. I mean, the first seven are prime for me,
yeah.
but
And I feel like in season two, we're on a winning streak here. Every episode has been bam, bam,
and so
bam,
different
bam,
and
killer,
so different.
win.
Yeah.
Yeah. We don't get as much like
Our
genre fun as we have gotten. Although I guess we did earlier in the season with Reflections of the Mind and Lady
the
in the
prison
Lake.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've had some bits, and we're gonna have Powder Keg next, which is the racial
Ugh.
tension episode,
Yeah.
which is a bit of a slog.
It's hard to
Um,
watch. I usually
yeah,
skip it, not because I'm not interested in those types of stories, but it's just
it's
really
a downer.
unpleasant.
It's a downer, and I don't like watching ignorant people.
Me neither.
So why would I
Yeah.
want to do that for entertainment?
Fuck them.
But yeah, but it has excellent performances as
Yeah.
well.
True.
Particularly from Dorian Harewood, who plays the sheriff in that episode.
Yes, he's
But
so good in it. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, as a conclusion, any final estimations on the storytelling aspect of what they give us here? I mean,
I
obviously a lot of locations to keep up
yeah,
with, but
I think the locations are a little distracting. I mean, the star of this episode is the first 10 minutes, right? That scene
Sure.
is so interesting and it's really fun to rewatch and to put the pieces together because we get most of these clues ourselves. And the whole like
Yeah.
going back to leave a tip, I love the significance of that. It's like a little detail that could have been nothing, but was incredibly important. And I have to ask myself, as I often do when I watch this show, how does this woman remember everything that everyone says around her at all times? She remembers everything. She has
She's
a vault.
yeah. I
Um,
mean, I don't know if there is a theory about her autism diagnosis online, but
mm,
as many characters tend to be in shows, like outside of like the obvious ones like Monk,
yeah,
but like
yeah,
when we look at people like Columbo or when we look at these vigilante episode like series, like the fact that people are able to retain this kind of information or their behavior, there might be a fan theory out there that she shows signs of this.
yeah,
Yeah. And
totally.
that's how she processes, which again might be why she's actually kind of bad at not painting people with the same kind of brush, actually.
Well, that
When
makes
she comes
sense.
to this is how you grieve, this is how you do this. Like she's very
Yeah.
particular on that. So it's possible.
That's true because she on one hand she reads people tremendously well, and on the other hand she has
She
strange
inserts a lot.
ideas. Yeah,
Yeah.
she does a lot of projecting. Um, Fascinating.
Yeah. Oh,
Um,
apparently there is at least, I mean, of course there is. There is at least one Reddit discussion about whether or not they find her to be. Jessica Fletcher is autistic
I
because
love these conversations.
people
Yeah,
have found there was have found relationships that they identify with.
absolutely.
Um, yeah. But then again, that also seems to be true of like Sherlock Holmes and
Fair.
very very perceptive, capable people
Hmm.
that are especially don't have allegiance to
Right,
a higher power and
right.
therefore can work things out on their own as opposed to having a procedure or an agenda the way that a
Yeah,
lot of police do.
yeah.
So,
Well, it's so fascinating because we have definitions for things. I mean, I suppose this is how progress happens. We continually get more information and we can categorize and label and name and understand things better. But before those pieces of information are available to us, people just exist as they are, and we just recognize differences.
yeah,
Right. So someone, if in fact Jessica Fletcher was on the autism spectrum, she might
sure.
be labeled as a high functioning autistic person,
Absolutely.
but we would never know it in this
Same
time
thing
frame because this
with
is not the discussion.
right, right, right. Well, and also you wouldn't have talked about it in this era. Like you would
No.
not have discussed that.
No.
And one more reason that I think it is apparent, like just for a little PSA moment, folks at home, another reason that we shouldn't assume that autism is an automatically recent development. Um, the same thing that we shouldn't think that trans identity is a most recent development or
Right.
that other out of the norm what often were considered aberrations
Hmm.
actually exist in our world.
Yeah.
um but we do that too as gay people. We talk about who we think may have been or what have you. And
Yeah.
my rule is that unless you're gay, you don't get to speculate on historical figures' sexuality. But if you're gay, go ahead.
You get the permission
you
slip.
you have fun. But
Granted.
if you see yourself in things like this, and I think this is a lot better representation than something like Monk, frankly,
Oh,
um,
100%. Yeah. Couldn't agree more.
then I say go by all means.
Yeah.
See that in Colombo? By all means. In the Knives Out Detective Blanc? Sure,
Yeah.
sure. Because you
The
kind of need that obsessive awareness and hypersensitivity.
because everybody else they're not paying attention like this.
Right. You
Yeah.
kind of, well, and of course that also makes them magical others, which is, a dangerous territory. But I think this all comes together pretty well in that regard. I
Totally.
think so. Folks at
Totally.
home, write in. Tell us what you think.
Yeah.
Are you a neurodivergent individual who finds a relationship that Jessica Fletcher might show signs? or
I
anybody else
would
for that matter.
I would love
Like,
to know like a take on anybody in any show or piece of media.
yeah,
If you're a neurodivergent person and you found yourself relating to or connecting to a character, even if they weren't described or written to be
yeah.
neurodivergent.
I mean, I'm
Um,
something, but I'm not diagnosed. Like that's the other thing. So
same.
I'm
Yeah.
something, but yeah.
I'm 99.5% sure that there's some kind of ADHD happening in my
Yeah,
brain. When I
yeah.
was a kid in my parents told me that around the third grade they were having discussions with my teachers saying like, "Oh, David might have special needs." Oh, by the way,
I was on
who,
Ritalin.
who's David? Um,
I was on Ritalin for for 5 years.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
And then it just
yeah.
took like a good teacher to sort of reorient my attention and sort of get me on the path where that wasn't really a question anymore. But it didn't really change who I was or how I think. So,
Right, right.
um,
Well, and now it's people are very,
mhm,
and sadly, because of the state of things in this world, people are very scared to get diagnosed because they're afraid
yeah,
they're going to end up on some registry.
yeah. And then they won't be able to take Tylenol anymore.
Yeah, well, no, they think that that already started it. That's what created it.
Yeah, true.
We live in the
But
dumbest timeline.
truly, what happened? Can we ascend to higher Earth at this time, please?
Uh,
Um, no, but those conversations happen all the time. There are
yeah.
great content creators on YouTube who are doing stories about Mr. Darcy from Pride and Prejudice and how he
Yeah.
displays neurodivergent tendencies and how that might
Hmm.
explain why he treats people the way he treats them and why he
Hmm.
interacts the way he interacts. And hey, if you find visibility in those characters, fucking claim it, man.
Yeah.
Soak it up. Yeah, because
Yeah.
I think the lesson here is that like the intersectionality of all of these pieces of the human experience are so varied and vast that you can be all of these things at the same time.
Well,
And we
that's
are
what makes it a
so
spectrum, isn't
prone.
it?
Yeah, we are so
Like,
prone to saying night and day, black and white, 100, 0, um, that we don't really appreciate how complicated, how messy, how beautifully delightful our human experience is. So I
oh,
love these
Felix Fletcher.
readings. Oh, well, I'm a philosopher.
Yeah. Don't poison your best friend at a
Oh,
restaurant in public. I think that also is important to note.
shit, I did that already. Oh, damn.
Yeah. Uh yeah, this is a good one. I like it. Again, I it's economical in a kind of vicious kind of way. It just drops people as soon as they're no longer
Yes,
useful.
yes, it does.
But
We don't get to
in a
wrap up
similar
with
way,
everybody.
right. Well, it reminds me of the Polly Bergen episode in that same way, where as soon as we use up one of the characters, oh, okay, then we don't need to go back to them again. I mean,
Yeah,
including Polly Bergen in that episode.
yeah, which is unfortunate.
Uh, well,
She was our
that's
best.
just because
Even Anne Francis is kind of like out the door like that
dropped.
once she's not needed anymore. At
She
least
is
she gets an exit line.
used up,
Yeah.
and sometimes I think every once in a while, like because I follow a number of uh Twitter accounts that are like Final Girl themed or like horror
Oh,
interested.
love
And like
that.
so they're Buffy fans or they're like Scream fans, and they're like, oh, Helen Shivers in I Know What You Did Last Summer, aka Sarah Michelle Gellar, should have
Hmm.
been a final girl. Rose McGowan should have been a final girl in Scream. And I'm like, one of the reasons that you like them so much is that they had a temporary time with us. They didn't have time to
Yeah.
disappoint you. So I disagree. They
They
used
also
they
fought
did their
back.
job. They did
Yeah.
their job. Yeah.
They didn't cower. They did what they could to save themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And you need
absolutely.
dead bodies if you're gonna have a slasher. Like
That's
you
it's
need,
kind of the name of the game.
and they need to be, frankly, characters that you care about. So yeah, like, and there are times where I still
Yes,
get like, I
absolutely.
still think some people die a little viciously, and I go, Joss Whedon, what's wrong with you? But that's another matter entirely.
I know. Well, if you think about some of like the the first real slasher movie, right? Which is, I mean, you could say Black Christmas, you could say Psycho, those all contributed, but Halloween is sort of considered like the pinnacle
Halloween,
melting
yeah,
pot moment where we created what the slasher genre was. But if you
or
think
what
back at
everyone look after, yeah,
exactly,
yeah,
but what everything that came after Halloween did was like take a photocopy and then take a photocopy of a photocopy and a photocopy of a
change
photocopy
locations.
and yeah, right, over and over again. Uh, But the characters that we meet in Halloween that die, we like all of them. They're all fun, cool kids, right?
Mm, mm,
It's not
mhm.
like a modern slasher where we get fodder. We get people who are designed to be
Yeah,
unlikable so that we can
yeah.
enjoy watching their deaths. But in
Bunch of red
Halloween,
shirts.
we
Yeah.
had Annie, who was funny and witty. We had Linda, who was like a good time gal. We had Bob, who was wearing those cute glasses. Come on.
And then he
Bob
put
was
them
very
over the
cute.
sheet.
I know. That's the
We
difference
d-
is they created
uh,
characters that we loved, and most of those movies afterward created characters that were designed to die.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I don't know how we got into
Well, and
that,
that's
but very
why. Well, no,
important.
but that's one reason that Wes Craven is considered a master of his craft,
Yeah.
and that Scream is meta in that
Yeah.
regard because it took that very seriously. And that's theater. That's all these archetypes. We actually still care about these characters even if we only see them for 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Because we're like, oh shit, that kid, that teenager got
He's the
sick.
one I was thinking of the whole time. That poor
Yeah,
kid.
yeah,
This
yeah.
dumbass Wilhelmina is bringing atropine and putting it in strawberry preserves, and some kid gets killed. How
Well, and
that alone makes me
she would
despise
get
her.
she would get charged with murder.
She can probably be charged for their illnesses, and that they can
Attempted
sue
murder.
her.
Yeah.
She's
Oh,
liable
absolutely.
for
There's at least two to
yeah.
three civil cases in addition to, yeah,
She
to
messed
criminal
up
cases.
bad.
Yeah.
Not good, girl. Not good.
But then
So,
again, folks, this is what you get from a Tonight at Murder She Wrote. We will go all over. Yeah,
uh-huh.
yeah. But yeah, this is a good episode.
So much fun.
Like it a lot. Like it a lot.
Loved watching it. Loved talking about it.
Well, again, as we said, next time will be Powder Keg, which is a tough one. So plan accordingly. If you have a chance, go to the Murder She Wrote pod Instagram and give a couple of likes and a couple of follows. I post some stuff
Yeah.
there. You'll see what other things these actors have been in. Sometimes they have Golden Girls connections, which we love to highlight because that is another one of our passions. Some of these things we don't even realize on the show. I find them out later. I was like, oh
Yeah.
shit, that's this person. I didn't even realize.
Yeah.
So, and we try to do something a little different than some of the other Murder She Wrote Instagrams because also whenever I try to post a longer video, I keep getting flagged. So I
Oh
don't do
no.
it.
Wah, wah, wah.
It happens. It happens. But thank you
We
for
just have
folks
to
who have
yeah.
subscribed and have listened. We do
Yeah,
pay
I
attention.
love the comments. Check the YouTube as well too. I
Oh
always check
yes, yes,
those.
yes.
Want to bring you all into the conversation.
All right. Well, for fishing. I think that's it. Uh, I'm Victor Devon,
I'm petrified.
and this
And
was
this was tonight
Tonight
on
on
Murder,
Murder She Wrote.
She Wrote. I am so hungry right now.
I know, actually, I could really go for some popovers. Shit.
I, covered in marmalade and jam.
The Benedict Arnold burger. I could do it.
Sans the little American flag in it. No thanks.
No, that's a choking hazard.
Yeah,
Don't-
yeah.
I hope Cornelia makes good money. She
Me
deserves. She's the
too.
real hero. She's the
She's
star, really.
Cornelia is the real star.
Ah.
3 cheers for Cornelia. Okay.